Hello, this is Olga Jevtich. I'm Miss Virginia, Senior America 2003. This is Fashion Notes. You are here for a big surprise. As you know, we always have very interesting guests on our program, but sometimes they are more interesting than other. And this is the group of ladies, two ladies, they are more interesting than other, I think. And also, they are royalty. Wow. This is something rare that we have on our program, and I hope you know how to curtsy to these two beautiful and talented ladies that we have on our program. As you know, all these years that we are talking about, I just want to stress again about Miss Senior Virginia and also Miss Senior America also, that will come later on. We'll discuss that too. And I was featuring just about every year new Miss Senior Virginia, and also sometimes after the pageant to tell us all about. I would like to welcome two beautiful and talented ladies that are here with us today, and we are going to discuss lots about new coming pageant in 2017. We already have all figured out the date and everything else, and we are going to be looking for candidates. And you will hear all about their experience. First left of me is Rebecca Nunn. She is a reigning queen 2016 Miss Virginia Senior America. Next to her is Betty Graves. She's a first runner-up. She has a very important position, and absolutely, they both have important position. And welcome to the show, ladies. I'm so glad you could come so we can discuss, about Miss Senior Virginia, and also about upcoming pageant in Atlantic City. And also, we are going to talk about the upcoming pageant for 2017 here in Virginia. Welcome to the show. I'm so glad you could come and you tell us all about your experience. And first of all, I want to ask you, how did you learn about the pageant? Because not very many people know. That's why I'm stressing every time I have a chance to tell you there is such a thing. It's not Miss America. It's a Miss Senior America. This is different, but it's a wonderful experience we all had. Okay, tell me, how did you...
My sister lives in Alexandria. I live far away, but my sister lives in Alexandria, and she had heard about the pageant for several years and had told me about it.
Ah.
And I was in the Miss Virginia Junior Miss pageant 55 years ago, and my sister accompanied me, so she kept telling me, she said,
wow.
You did that one, you need to do the senior one. So I was going to do it in 2015, and I had gotten in touch with Anne Marie, and I became ill. So I couldn't do it. So then this year I got in touch with her again, and I came for the orientation and for the rehearsals and for the contest, and I was totally shocked and humbled and very excited that I won. It was great.
Well, that's a good story. How about you, Betty?
Pinky O'Neill was the one who first approached me about it.
Yeah, she was our director
yes,
for many years, of course.
In early
she
2000.
was the one that introduced you.
Yes, and she invited me to the pageant when you became queen in 2003. And little did you know that you had kind of encouraged me to get in it later on, and I did in 2005.
Oh.
And I really enjoyed it. I didn't win, but I got a lot of prizes out of it and a lot of enjoyment. And I said maybe I'll go later on. And so I went
When you grow up.
When I grow up, I'll be in it again. And so recently, the seniors at my center in Gum Springs, Virginia, encouraged me to come. And I got in the pageant like a month late. But then I sold a lot of patrons.
You know what they say.
And the pageant was great. Just simply great.
And you meet people, of course.
Yes. She was Miss Congeniality.
Oh,
of course you can see why.
Oh,
Thank you.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Well, congratulations.
The
All
other
this, I have to tell you, these
contestants
ladies are
voted
so
for me.
accomplished in their life. like, Becky she was, everywhere, starting, when she was in high school and the college, that she was like cheerleader and twirling. Do you still do it?
I haven't done it for a while, but
every
once in a while in the backyard, if the dog brings me a stick, I can still do
Well,
it.
and she was a president of so many organizations. If I start to name all this, I think I will need the whole show. I don't want to do that. Because, we have to talk about other things. This is only half an hour. We try to cover as much as possible. And, she's also, before she was president here and there and Garden Club and her condo association and volunteer work. Now she's a vice mayor of her little town, and this is something really wonderful, that she's doing, doing everything else in her spare time, teaching and she has a degree in art, dramatic art. No wonder she won, because she performed Shakespeare very long dialogue, which charmed the judges. That's why she won. And Betty is also an unbelievable lady. She was a teacher, and for 49 years. And she was teaching science and, biology, and she was very active in her life, and she has a diploma, how do they say, about the bowling. She got senior
gold medals,
first gold prize, senior gold
medals in the Olympics.
Medal or something. But anyway, she's extremely busy, and the lady that she does many things. She's not just eating, and she's a great grandmother. I don't believe it. She probably started very early, because she accomplished a lot in her life. And we are so happy that she's with us now in Cameo Club, that she performed. I have to tell you also that she did the longest poem of Maya Angelou, but not that she remember, which at our age I don't think it's easy, but she has such a good diction about it, so people, pay attention what she's talking. This is the art. Anyway, lady, as you can see, I just put a scratch on there because we don't have very much time, but these two ladies are very accomplished, beautiful, and talented ladies. And I would like to ask Rebecca Mikoha, about her experience during the Miss Senior Virginia pageant this 2016. What do you think about it, and what do you think, and how is done, and and new plans to be in Atlantic City in October, in October, for the national pageant, where we're going to have, I don't know, 40-something ladies competing. Is going to be tough, but I'm sure she's going to represent Virginia in style, in elegance, and she is going to do very well, I predict, in Atlantic City. So what do you think about the local first, and then we'll move to national?
I was very interested in the pageant. I didn't know much about it other than, you had to have a talent and evening dress and a philosophy of life. But I went to the first orientation, and you spoke. Each of the past queens spoke and told us what to expect. And it seemed quite interesting. I met a few of the other contestants, but we didn't really get to talk. On subsequent rehearsals, I got to talk to them. And unlike you might think, everyone was extremely friendly. They were very helpful. In fact, I don't know if you recall, Betty, the day of the pageant, one of the other contestants came with a different dress than the one she'd worn in the dress rehearsal, and she said to me, "What do you think?" And I said, "Well, I think you ought to try them." It was Blanche. You ought to try them both on and let us all decide, which is what she did, And so we decided that with her olive skin, the pink looked better than the navy blue. Everyone was very helpful in the dressing room. If you needed your necklace fastened or your dress zipped up or a safety pin.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And some of the past queens were there, and Mrs. Senior America was herself back there with us,
Right,
and she was
Maudine.
extremely gracious in helping everyone. So it was a very fulfilling experience. And one of the ladies, Bonnie, who was contestant number 1, she said the nicest thing right before we all started our judge interview. She just stood up and said to all of us in the dressing room, she said, you know what? We're all queens because we had the courage and the fortitude to come and do this. And what I would like to say to your viewing audience is, I'm 72, I will be 73 in less than a month. Our lives are not over. We are vital. We have things to give.
Absolutely.
We don't want to sit on the front porch in the rocking chair, and our brains do not age. And so I encourage everyone to get up out of the chair and do what you love to do. Betty loves to bowl. Keep doing that. I love to dance. I love to perform. Keep doing that.
Absolutely, I think this is well said, and I think you're listening. Just consider. And how about you? Of your experience during the pageant?
I enjoyed the pageant the second time. The girls were very friendly. The ladies, the older ladies, were very friendly, very helpful. And I was surprised that they had chosen me as Miss Congeniality, but not really surprised because I was friendly to everyone. I don't meet strangers. And I was friendly to everyone, and they were very nice to me. And of course, Anne Marie was great, and all of the help. They were so helpful and kept you kind of low key.
Yes, it's supposed to be, sisterhood and, just helping each other. And this is not, finished. After the pageant, we have a cameo club that we perform in the different senior center. And it's so satisfying to see smiling faces, people who are less fortunate than us there.
I wanted to say one thing about, you mentioned Anne Marie. Anne Marie's sister, Anita, was backstage, and I had never met her, but when I did my Shakespeare, I had a little gold thingy, headband thing that I wore, and when I went to put it on, it broke, and I was like, oh no, I broke I can't wear it. And Anita came and she just went over there like that. She says, here. I mean, she could. She came supplied with everything. She could fix everything, and I understand that she's going to be backstage.
Oh, she is.
So I just wanted to say that everyone.
Yeah, you'll feel more comfortable because if something goes wrong, the zipper or something, she can fix it. Yes, I know she's very helpful.
And then
lady.
I just wanted to say something about yesterday. Yesterday, the pageant. Anne Marie and the pageant organization gave me a send-off luncheon, and I was just brought to tears by the camaraderie and the friendship and the love of the other contestants. Olga gave each of us a gift, a beautiful handkerchief. Each one of us got a beautiful, but she also gave me a gorgeous compact. Debbie, who was Ms. Senior Virginia in 2013, gave me this bracelet. Betty gave me a gorgeous card and money so I could buy a goodie at the pageant.
Oh, good.
But everyone gave me lovely gifts. Edna gave me a Christmas ornament, and Jackie Bong Wright gave me a little polar bear. I mean, and Kat Finelli had given me some gifts before, so it was so sweet to. They really are nice, and that at our age to find a group of people that really do care.
Of course, making friendship in older age, it's not easy.
Right.
Yeah. You have your old friends from your childhood and later on, but at the older age, definitely it's not easy. And I think each of us are enriched with each other's presence and talent and beauty. So this is all about. But we are going to have a pageant in 2017,
July.
and we are looking for the new candidates. As you can see, all these ladies are, they had a courage, because you really have you need encouragement to do it. It is some work you have to do, of course, but this is not difficult. Everybody, has some kind of talent. I'm sure you did in school different things, dancing, playing an instrument. We have different talents. Even, lady who is a pilot, lady who was roller skating, flower arrangements, all kind of different things. So you cannot say you don't have a talent. And of course you have to know the requirements for the pageant. You have an interview with the judges, 5 minutes to talk. Who doesn't talk? All these women, you know, they may all talk. So that's not any problem. So they will see, or they would like to see if you can, you know, talk in public, and if you can, you know, promote, you know, Senior America in a proper way. And there is an evening gown competition, which, you know, this is not easy to have. Everybody has some kind of evening gown, and we can lead you also to find one, not to spend very much money, and still look beautiful and elegant. And the third thing is philosophy of life. It's a 35 minutes or less. And you wouldn't believe...
Seconds.
35 seconds or
Oh,
less.
I'm sorry. Oh, my, you know, sorry. Maybe senior moment. 35 seconds or less. And you wouldn't believe how much you can say for 35 seconds or less of the philosophy to express your feeling about, you know, what philosophy is. But speaking of philosophy, I would like to ask now my guest to tell their philosophy, so we'll see what we are talking about. Will you be, you know, tell us your philosophy so the viewers can see what is philosophy like, you know, sound like, look like?
Right. My philosophy was when my daughter was 21, she gave me a book about mothers, and inside she wrote, "To my mother, who taught me to dream." I believe that dreams are essential to life, along with hard work, the grasping of the opportunity at hand, and the pursuit of one's goals. After successful lung cancer surgery last year, my goal is to live life to the fullest while pursuing my dreams and sharing the God-given talents that have been bestowed on all of us to enhance the lives of others.
I think it's a beautiful said. This is her philosophy. How about you, Betty?
My philosophy of life was about kindness. It's great to be kind. Be kind to others who are not kind to you. And when others are not kind to you, let them know. It's okay to let them know that they have been unkind. If you are kind to others, you will be happier at the end of the day. And perhaps you'll live a little longer if you're kinder. That's my philosophy right now.
I think it's also very well said. But you express yourself, you know, how you feel about life and what is important to you. So they did, you know, express, and I think that's why you can see they're very successful in the pageant. So if you have any, you know, desire to be in this very wonderful group of ladies, I think you should get more information. You can call me or you look online, Miss Virginia Senior America, you will have all information there, how to do, what is the requirements, you know. But this is just, you know, a little bit that we can, you know, tell you today, and we hope you, you know, contact our director who is in charge of the whole pageant, and that she will tell you what to expect and how to. But anyway, now.
But you have to be 60 or better.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. I forgot the most important thing: 60 or better. You know, the more you have, it's better. You know, this is how me feel. Right?
Yeah.
Yes,
60 or better.
absolutely.
And speaking of age, Olga, may I mention that I was in first grade when our queen was born.
Okay. Well said. Oh, absolutely. But now, you know, Becky will be in Atlantic City just, you know, very soon in October. And, you know, I'm sure she's excited about it. And she is going to, what you are going to do the same thing or different thing?
I'm going to do the same talent.
Same thing.
What I did was Portia's pleading part to Brutus. It's the night before the assassination of Julius Caesar, and Portia wakes up and finds Brutus gone from her bed, and so she goes out and she finds him on the parapet, and she begs him to tell her what's going on and why he's so depressed and why he won't talk, and he seems like he's sick. And of course the next day is when he stabbed Julius Caesar.
Oh, and I can tell you, this is a very long, you know, she has to remember like both of them. This is something really, very impressive, how she presented at Shakespeare, which is also a very difficult thing to do, but she did it really, really wonderful. No wonder she won all hearts of the judges, because she was absolutely fantastic.
She was.
So what do do you practice, or what do you still practice even you did the beautiful thing, you have still to practice?
Oh yes, I do it at least once a day. Keep it up there in the memory.
Oh, absolutely. And is your husband good critic, or your daughter?
He's very good. And he went with me to all the rehearsals, and he reminded me, he was watching everyone, but he reminded me, don't stoop, you got to stand up straight.
That's true.
When I came out in the evening gown competition in the rehearsal, he said, when you came out, you were looking down, you've got to look up. And so it was very good to have someone, and I think your sister was watching you, and it's very good to have someone out there in the rehearsals to tell you, because you're not conscious of everything that you do.
You have to, turn it to the public. Now, this is what I think I pointed to you too after the rehearsal, because you have to look, look really confident, like here I am, I'm going to win. I don't care, what you think, but it is a courage, and especially for people that never been on the stage, and it's a big accomplishment, that they go there and to be presented to many people. It's a scary thing.
But it helps you. It helps build your confidence and your
absolutely.
belief in yourself that you can get out there and do it.
Absolutely. So we are looking for new candidates. If again, I'm trying, to recruit you, as many as you would like you to be part of this
you would
organization.
Really enjoy it.
And you are not going to be sorry. Everybody is probably very, kind of suspicious. What is this? But you have nothing to lose. You can always win more than lose, because you meet interesting people. Interesting and also very talented lady that you will be in company with, which enrich your life too.
Right.
And there are so many other, I hope I didn't, skip anything, what do you have, to do, for the events, preparing for it, which is really not difficult. And also you have to choose what you would like to do as your talent. As I said, I'm sure you have talent, everybody has a talent here, but you have to perfect it, of course, to practice a little bit, and you will find your talent. If you don't, we can find talent for you.
You're right. Everyone does have a talent.
Absolutely.
In fact, in our pageant, one of the ladies, her talent was painting, and she had painted pictures of her dog, and she displayed them, and she had a musical background, and she spoke about it. So, and of course, there's singing and dancing. One of the talents that super impressed me was the Queen, Miss Senior America of 2016. She's a ballroom dancer, and what she did was she did the talent at our pageant. She ballroom danced, but you can't have anyone else on the stage with you.
I know.
So what she did was she had a suit hanging on a hanger. And she did a few of her moves, and then she went over and she took the hanger and she
that
had
was
her
very
hand on
clever.
the shoulder, and she had the sleeve in her hand, and she danced with the empty suit, and it was fantastic.
It was, it was very interesting and different, because of course you cannot have anybody else, to be with. You have to express your talent. But she did very, very cleverly. I remember her for the national when she won. That was something. But they have a dancing school, I understand, her and her husband. And, so she's a competition dancer, and she competes. And this is nothing new to her.
And she's a dentist.
She's a dentist, too.
And she's a dentist in her spare time. Anyway, well, if you have, again, I am going to say, if you have any questions, email me or go online or, call Anne-Marie Pittman, and she's a director. She can, tell you more about. But mostly, you can see all information online. It's very, very, easy. And, contact whoever you think you would like to, and to get more information. Anything else you would like to add?
I'd just like to say one thing about the Cameo Club. Once you have been in the pageant, whether you win, lose, or draw, you can become a member of the Cameo Club. And as I say, I live far away, but I've been up 3 times to perform. They performed once at the Arlington County Fair.
Yeah.
They performed at the Autumnal Remembrance at Nokesville at the Honeybee Farm, and they performed last Sunday at the Springfield Mall. But they also, I understand, perform at nursing homes and adult centers.
Yes.
And this is also very gratifying. And the audiences, although some of them have been very small, they have been very attentive and they love it. And when I go out and pass out brochures, they say, they look at the little picture in the pamphlet and they say, when were you, Miss Virginia? I said, it's now. I'm Mrs. Old Virginia. and then I tell them, and I said, and a bunch of us old ladies are going to do a show. And they're like, you are? And I said, yeah. And they're amazed, you know, the singing and the dancing. And Olga does, you're Russian? Are you Russian?
No.
What are you?
I'm Serbian.
Serbian. She does, I don't know it, I don't know. But she does a beautiful folk dance, and she wears her costume, and she explains all about it, and it's really interesting.
And another good thing, you make long-time friendships. I've known Olga like over 10 years.
Thank you.
And there's a Latin dancer.
It's fun.
Yeah,
it's really fun that we get together and you know, just go to places where people are less fortunate than us, and to give them little, you know, smile on their face, and thanks, you know, we got from them. So, you know, it is very nice. And also, you know, when we get together, girls getting together, it's fun, you know, we talk and you know, try to promote Miss Virginia Senior America as much as we can. And this is the all show about, you know, we would like to tell you, you know, as much as possible for this half an hour, what is all about. And I hope you contact somebody from, you know, on the line, and me, and, you know, for more information, we would love to have you in our group. It is fun and gratifying to be together, and don't you agree?
Yes, absolutely.
And my talent for the pageant was I recited Maya Angelou's Phenomenal Woman. I recited it. I did not read it.
And we are all phenomenal women.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. The different talents, and of course, you know, it is gratifying, absolutely. And you know how you did presented your poem. It was really remarkable.
Thank you.
You know, with a beautiful diction. You know, this is how people pay attention what you are saying. Same with you, because you can remember things, but the thing is how to deliver. Of course, you know, which is not easy. And you know, I'd like to thank you very much for watching.
Thank you. I think it's over.
And you know, and also the ladies that came today and tell us all about, you know, the pageant and everything else. And thank you very much for watching. You can see us on YouTube too. If you type Olga Jevtich Fashion Notes, you will see some of our program. And don't forget to tune in the next time for another exciting artists or designers from our area. Bye-bye.